Master. You've returned. This feeling of enjoying benefits while doing nothing feels great. System notification. Obtained Teen Teleportation Capsule Dark Gold Grade Blueprint Fragment. 1.3. Since this is a hidden levels boss, we can still get items even if we don't finish the entire dungeon and kill the final boss. We'll reset this dungeon 2 more times and use this method to collect all the blueprint fragments. 1 night should be enough. What's wrong? Master. How were you so certain that I would be able to sense the moment you called me? I'll need you to break free from this shock trap later. If I couldn't sense it, you'd be in danger, Master. Actually, I'll call for you when the time comes. I trust that you'll definitely be able to sense it. At that time, I felt very anxious about your request. I doubt whether I could do it. I was worried that I trust you. Knight of the Glorious, did you forget? You said that you'd never betray me. Your answer gave me confidence. Yes, Master. Actually, I should be honest with you. When you asked me what I would do, perhaps said, I will kill you without hesitation. I will kill you without hesitation. That reply was me testing you. I've told you the current situation in the game. But, as a part of the game, will the Knight of the Glorious be like the other NPCs and become an enemy? You, as a part of the game, were summoned by me, and I realized that you could sense the changes in the outside game world. The game world outside. This made me a little worried. So just in case major happened, I kept an eye on you. Understood, Master. You gave me my existence, my life. I will never betray you. It was only after your reply to my words. Master. This is dangerous. And you sitting on that stone chair with no hesitation when it was clearly a trap. That I was certain that you were still that loyal Knight of the Glorious I was familiar with. I'm sorry for my distrust towards you. Please forgive me, my best partner. Actually, I also have something I would like to confess, Master. Such thoughts wouldn't have appeared before when Master chose to kill me. I felt my heart waver. But this time, I could feel the unease within me. Never before. Could it be? He's being influenced by the game's changes. I was afraid that disloyal thoughts had appeared in my heart. I didn't know how to deal with these feelings that suddenly appeared. Until, suddenly appeared. I touched that mechanism. It turned out my heart could be disturbed by that brainwashing mechanism. You mean? The brainwashing value at that time was actually reflecting your true feelings. Indeed. It is because of this that I clearly understood the confusion in me. It didn't waver at all. Master, towards you, I have always been absolutely loyal. Everyone that's familiar with the create skill, please line up and follow me. Sis Tian Na. We've brought them. These are all players familiar with create. Great. Guildmasters Blue Cloud and Hua Xiaoye have also reported in. We've also collected enough of the necessary materials from grinding. All that's left now is the final blueprint. Ling Ce. I'm back. Let's start the call members max level plan. The first step: share the blueprint's contents to every player familiar with the create skill. A lot of resources will be required to finish the final items. Thus, other players will have to continue collecting resources via gathering in dungeons. All of this preparation isn't just for the former to create a few items, but for mass production. This is the first step to completing the all members max level plan. What is it? Hey. Ling Ce. Dumplings got a message for you. They want you to contact them as quickly as possible. The real world has fallen into a major crisis. Military Communications Base. It's already been 2 days. You still can't figure out the situation in the game. Is there nothing you game officials can do? If this continues, every city will have a hard time functioning as before. Please give us more time. This can't drag on any longer. There's already pressure from above. If you still can't cope with the situation, we'll have to use military force. Please wait for a little longer, this situation is very special. What do we do, Captain? Do we wait for them for a bit longer? No, join. If they could really solve this, they wouldn't have to put up with the higher-ups' pressure and drag this on. We can't just sit around and do nothing. Solving this from inside the game can also be a way. That man is in the game. Answer it. There's a call from Ling Su's encrypted phone. Daddy said. It's very quiet in the game right now. Friends are all playing together and preparing lots of delicious stuff to fill everyone up and fight. What do you mean? Dumpling means, Ling Ce said, a basic force of players has been established in the game. The situation has stabilized. We're currently preparing sufficient resources and making items to achieve the all-player max level plan. So that's how it is. That means the current development in the game should be quite optimistic. Then please help warn Ling Ce. The situation here isn't optimistic right now. Through the information you've shared, we've sent troops to check the real-world situation of players who've entered the game. Not only are players who've entered the game unable to leave, but players who've been killed in the game. This has been verified by the medical team. We still haven't found a way to wake them up. Meaning, this fight against NPCs is a game of no return for players. 500 have entered a comatose state, as Heavenland has a huge player base. This kind of path of no return game mechanism has heavily affected the functioning of society in the real world. Although there hasn't been any large-scale unrest in these 2 days. With a large population asleep due to the game. Widespread social chaos is just a matter of time. Currently, there's no solution to this in the real world. The solution might only be found in the game. So Ling Ce. As the only bridge connecting the real and game worlds right now, in order to prevent the societal chaos caused by the population's disappearance from eventually becoming a global catastrophe, please. You must lead the players and defeat this game as quickly as possible. That's all. The situation is worse than I imagined. Even if the flow of time in the game is faster than the real world, time is still tight. The military is right. If a large population is unable to continue the division of labor required to run a society for a long period of time, the consequences will be unimaginable. To think it would be trapping players. This game and that something. Just what is the goal? There's no time to ponder. The most urgent matter is to speed up the all-member max level plan. Having all members reach max level isn't the primary goal anymore. We have to let the more important and powerful players reach max level first. The rich lead the way for the poor. Penumbra's core members have all basically gathered too. Basically, there's still Tilly's. The streets are all so empty. So it's really like what the military said. That people have been trapped in the game. We just have to take one more turn. Dumpling doesn't know. The address Ling Ce gave is close. Dumpling, give this address to Grandpa and have him bring you there. I have something I need to confirm. Got it, Daddy. We're here. This is the place. It's late at night right now, I can't really enter. Only rely on you to confirm the situation now, Dumpling. I'll be waiting for you outside. Got it, Grandpa. There's a light on. The person Daddy wants to find is definitely there. Who goes there? Ha. You. DY. Don't look like human. Are you? A game entity. Was our young miss trapped by you? No, Dumpling is here to find someone. Find someone. You're here to harm someone, right? Why? Aren't you listening to Dumpling? This thing is no different from the monsters in the game. Stop. We were sent by Ling Ce to find Tilly's. Ling Ce. I am Tilly's friend. Have good moves, the friend that came looking for the young miss at that time. So Tilly's is already logged in. Dumpling has confirmed this in her home in reality. But why hasn't Tilly's sent a message? Dumpling. How is Tilly's body? Is she in a coma? A coma. When I noticed something was wrong with the game and that the young miss was trapped in it, I immediately had a doctor come check up on her. The doctor said the young miss state is the same as when normally playing the game. Her brain waves are all normal. She's not in a comatose state at all. Originally, I should have entered the game with the young miss. But I had other matters to attend to at the time, so I didn't enter the game when it came online. When I tried entering the game in the evening, I was denied by Heavenland. I felt that something was wrong, so I tried waking up the young miss. But no matter what I did, it wouldn't work. Ling Ce. What exactly has happened in the game? Is the young miss safe? I've confirmed that she's not in a comatose state, so that means Tilly's is definitely still alive somewhere in the game. However, why hasn't she contacted us yet? Ling Ce. Good news. What is it? The first team teleportation capsule has been created. It's only been one morning. It was unexpected for me too, but a player with an advanced production class successfully did it on the first try. Do you want to see her? The production class's gameplay in Heavenland is also one of the game's major highlights. Beginner, Intermediate, Advanced. All production classes are generally divided into 3 levels. Beginner, Intermediate, and Advanced. Aside from players like Van Craft who obtained unique classes from special skills, most players get promoted step by step until the advanced level through collection, creation, and research and development. They also level up from the experience obtained through these actions. As they reach the advanced level, their success rate when creating items corresponding to their class will increase. Beginner success rate 10, Intermediate success rate 20, Advanced success rate 30. To increase this success rate even more, they have to raise their proficiency value. Proficiency value 0.100. However, proficiency value can't be raised through normal gameplay. Players have to put effort into exploring Heavenland, discovering, researching, and creating different undiscovered items to have a chance of raising their proficiency value. As such, the difficulty of production gameplay is no easier than the traditional monster grinding and dungeon leveling. Ling Ce, this is her. She's the player who successfully created the team teleportation capsule on her first try. So you are the chosen one. Nice to meet you. What should I call you? It's an honor to finally meet you, renowned Guildmaster Ling Ce. You can call me Siebert. To think you could successfully create a team teleportation capsule, dark gold grade item, on the first try. This is truly beyond my expectations. We gathered so many materials as we factored in the high number of failures in creating this item. We planned on brute forcing it. Even with the 30 success rate of the advanced level, the real chances of success in making such a high grade item would be less than 5. Looks like you're quite the lucky player. I do not think so. No, Guildmaster Ling Ce. I didn't just rely on luck. I have a max proficiency value. My success rate can surpass 50. A maxed proficiency value. Actually, I've always admired your strength, Guildmaster Ling Ce. Please, let me join in on the all-members max level plan. I trust that with my production abilities, I can definitely help you. Great, if Siebert joins, the team teleportation capsule's mass production process will definitely speed up. Isn't that right, Ling Ce? Indeed. Since a team teleportation capsule has already been created, thank you, Guildmaster Ling CE. You can join our meeting regarding the all-members max level plan later, Siebert. Tian Na, Siebert will act as your assistant for now and help speed up the production. Please familiarize her with some of the plans we made before too. Got it. Also, have Guildmasters Blue Cloud, Hua Xiaoya and Temptress come to Thousand Autumns Chapel. We'll gather for a meeting later. Understood. Wonderful. Everything seems to be going in a good direction. Indeed, everything's going smoothly. Everyone, please listen to me. The main goal for this meeting is to announce that I've decided to speed up the implementation of the all-members max level plan. I've obtained some information from the real world. We can't delay any longer. We must defeat this game as soon as possible. We are very fortunate. We've found a top production player, Siebert, who will help increase the mass production speed of the team teleportation capsules, giving us more room to play. This is the most important part of my whole plan. The team teleportation capsule is used by splitting the upper and lower capsules and giving them to two different players. Then have them go to two different locations. No matter how far, the two intertwined capsules will connect to form two passable portals. Since this type of intertwined capsule doesn't fall under the magic principle of traditional game portals, I will use the first created team teleportation capsule to connect Thousand Autumns' headquarters and Potion King Avenue. This is the only usable teleportation method we have right now. With this, our potion supplies will be secured. Next, we will categorize all players into three groups. Those under level 80, those between level 80 and 100, and those between level 100 and 120. Everyone here will be assigned to lead different groups. The leveling speed and required EXP for each level group is different. So we have to split into teams to reach maximum efficiency. The details will be arranged by Tian Na. You've prepared so much, but what exactly is the method that will allow so many players to level up at the same time? Got it. That is, grinding the highest leveled Wild Lord rank bosses. We've finally arrived. Right in front is the Lord rank boss of this area. What are you waiting for? Contact headquarters to activate the team teleportation capsule. Northwest area, we found a wild boss here. This is the southern area, our team is also in place. Requesting to activate the team teleportation capsule. Permission granted. The Wild Lord rank boss areas near Thousand Autumns' headquarters have all been marked. With this, we can easily reach each boss area from Thousand Autumns' headquarters. Relying on player numbers, killing the bosses is just a matter of time. Added with the area EXP multiplication potion Van Craft made. Each boss kill will provide players with a considerable amount of EXP. Everyone in this group is almost here. Hurry up. Our group is the first. We have to set an example for the groups after us. Stay in order when you exit the portal. Guildmaster Blue Cloud. There's a message from the reconnaissance team. What is it? A large number of NPCs are swarming towards us. Looks like it was planned judging from their movements. They're coming to surround us. Reports from the front. Guildmaster Ling CE. Large numbers of NPCs have appeared. At multiple Lord rank boss areas. The recording sent. Showed numerous NPCs appearing at the northern wild boss area. They've blocked all possible escape paths of Guildmaster Blue Cloud's group. Not just the north. The same situation has happened at the other boss areas we picked. It's like those NPCs long predicted that we'd want to level up by grinding bosses. They've encircled us. An earthquake. There's no earthquake in the game. Something's happening outside. Outside the headquarters. In the direction of Base 1. The base's production room is on fire. I just heard an explosion. Evacuate the production players inside. Gather mages who aren't at the front lines and can use water magic to put out the fire. Other players. Bring back water from nearby water sources. Is it an enemy ambush? But the headquarters area protective barrier is still up. That means it's not an attack from the outside. It just happened to be when most of the players went to the front lines. Tian Na. Recall there being buckets used for transportation before in the warehouse on the walls. You can easily bring them here using your vine magic. You know, Siebert, we've only known each other for a day. How do you know the type of magic you specialize in? Well, I've admired Penumbra for a long time, but I was too weak to join you. Then this rare opportunity came for me to join in on your plan. I've read many dazzling reports on the forum about Guildmaster Ling Ce, who repeatedly created miracles in the game, and you, the indispensable guild manager behind him. Those reports are all made up. Actually, it's always been Ling Ce leading the entire Penumbra forward. I'm not indispensable like what's said on the news. Well, don't worry. Ling Ce will definitely be happy to accept a gifted production. Class player like you into the guild. Here's the warehouse. Why is there nothing? Dyla. Don't even think about taking Tian Na out of my sight. I'm constantly following you. To think someone would keep an eye on the two of us, even during this chaos. Guess I'll have to deal with you too. This chaos. So you were the one who caused the fire. This is betraying the players. Do you know what you're doing? It's you who should be dealt with. Sis Tian Na. Why are we running? The enemy is just a level 108 warrior. Though our levels aren't as high, we're still more than enough if we fight her together. This isn't the time for explanations. Sure enough, she's caught up. She definitely has to deal with us to cover her betrayal. Dyla. It's a cliff in front. Ah, nowhere to run anymore. You guys are so adorable. You actually ran towards a cliff. This is where you die. Humph. It's you who has nowhere to run. What do you mean? Ichem. Reveal yourself. You player disguised spy. She's actually a level 120 NPC in disguise. How did she do it? This is why I didn't want to fight with her. Narlo. Thunder channeling. Don't even think of running. This trap is specially designed for you. I've been waiting for a long time. What should I do, Master? Should I cook her with electricity? Not now. I still have many things I want to ask her. Humph. To think the great Guildmaster Ling Ce would have the time to come over and set a trap for me. But I wonder whether your groups on the front lines have already fallen into a bitter struggle, surrounded by us NPCs. There's only one portal at each location. You know. Even if the tens of thousands of players at the front lines choose to retreat immediately, it'll still be extremely inefficient. Multitudinous casualties is the price you have to pay. Did I ever say that all of the tens of thousands of players are there to kill a boss? Our archer troops will hold back those NPCs coming up the mountains. Everyone. Orderly retreat through the portal one by one as according to the plan. We've successfully lured out those NPCs. Our mission is a success. This is the most recent recording the front lines sent back. I only sent some thousands of Suicide Squad players to act as bait for you NPCs. The locations we chose are all on top of mountains. Easy to defend and hard to attack. It's no problem to safely retreat even if they're surrounded. You've fallen right into my trap. A scheme I set up for you right from the start. Impossible. My panel data disguise was perfect. How did you see through my identity? It's all because you said, you have a max proficiency value. I have a max proficiency value. You know the necessary condition for that value to be maxed, yes. My success rate can surpass 50. One has to be a level 120 player. All you're doing is just exploiting the information gap, since most players aren't at max level yet anyway. Only awakened this aroused my suspicion, so I decided to see you clearly. You can't fool someone like me who came back from the future. You've probably never seen the title skill I obtained after reaching max level. The only awakened. Old friend. 1 day ago. Ha! A friend has joined the channel player. Immovable dark lines, immovable dark lines. You're still alive. I thought you already died. It's already been a few days since I invited you. Did you only see it now? It's just that I kept having more important things to do, so I couldn't find the time to catch up with you guys. Nah, I did see it. But really, I knew I wasn't wrong about you. You really did succeed in connecting the real and game worlds. So you were just gambling when you told me about the method. The real world's a mess right now. If we don't think of a way to end this game quickly, it'll just be a matter of time before disaster strikes. Have you found that something? I've found it. I also killed it. Not just once, either. Then why hasn't there been any change in the game situation? What do you mean? You killed it. Could it be that something is not the mastermind behind this? No, I think that it is still the mastermind. Just spit it out already. Ling Ce, you said this before. That something had a swirl in its eye. So I explored the entire world and investigated using some special methods. And indeed, there were NPCs with such eyes. They were stronger and more cunning than other typical max-level NPCs. But none of them were characters that could control the game like you said. And they are rare beyond measure. You mean that something is no longer an individual existence in Heavenland? I can't confirm. But that's what I think. There's definitely some kind of special connection between them. I'm investigating in this direction right now. Also, all of these swirl-eyed NPCs I met had some special expertise in some areas of the game. It's not easy to deal with them. Some special expertise in some areas of the game. With you here, Siebert, we can first go to the base's production room and teach your experience in production to other players. Right now, the speed of production is most important. We'll go to the chapel for the meeting together after that. Alright, Tian Na. Target. NPC. That guy isn't your typical NPC. NPC type. Unknown. Who are you spying for? Category special. Say it. And what does your eye represent? Stop resisting. All of your movements are like a snail's after falling into my trap. Right now, even dying would be difficult for you. If you still won't cooperate, I have other ways to make you. I heard that Van Craft recently developed a type of truth potion. You can be the test subject if you want to. No need. Looks like you really wanted to meet me. Ling Ce. I can still feel that vague pain in my neck when I see you. Old friend. What happened? The NPC's eyes changed. I didn't expect to bump into you so early. As expected. You're the mastermind behind all of this. It's both revenge and a test. But today is not the time yet. Master, if you were one step late, I would have died. What is this skill? His skills are hard to explain. Damn it. There's Narlo and the others here. Have to prioritize their safety first. Trap disarm. She still has her use, so I won't let her die here. Ling Ce, our moment has yet to come. He's running. Don't give chase. You guys aren't his opponent. His choice of escape could be saving your lives to some degree. Is he that strong? You guys won't understand without fighting him. At least I obtained valuable information. You have to be careful. Ling Ce. Why didn't you tell me your plan first? Even now, I'm still confused. I was afraid that you wouldn't be able to act well if I had told you. It won't be good if she discovered the plan. How could this be? Sis Tian Na, please forgive Ling Ce. It was him who had me follow you the entire time to protect you. No wonder you kept saying that Ling Ce gave you a mission when I asked for you. So it was like this. Then what about the matter of grinding wild bosses to level up? They'll level up too slowly that way. I never intended to have players grind wild bosses to level up. It's impossible to achieve the all-members max level plan in a short time. It was just an idea I made up to trick the spy. I had informed Guildmaster Blue Cloud and the others beforehand. They were all cooperating with me. Some good news should be coming in by now. Reporting, Guildmaster Ling Ce. The other bases. We have taken down the other bases of Advent of 1,000 Autumns. Just like how I once took down all of Advent of 1,000 Autumns' bases in the Second Guild War. That's right. This was the true goal of my plan. As large numbers of NPCs swarmed towards the boss areas we chose due to the spy's intel. Headquarters 1,000 Autumns. Base A, Base B, Base C, Base D, Base E. The defenses of the bases occupied by the NPCs will naturally weaken. And so our real main player force. Central Kingdom. 1,000 Autumns. Base. With this, we can recapture a large area with 1,000 Autumns' headquarters as the center. Not only can this accommodate the increasing number of players, it can also help consolidate and expand our player forces. Took this opportunity to take back the nearby 1,000 Autumns bases in one fell swoop. The Master has instructed that you must not be killed. So just quietly stay imprisoned here. And wait for the arrival of the new world. The new potions from Potion King Avenue are here. Oh, so many players. As expected, far more players came to 1,000 Autumns' headquarters than Potion King Avenue. I heard that there was an anti-spy operation here 2 days ago. I wanted to participate too. Yep, this place is more fun. Hey. That Guildmaster of Penumbra. You up there. You took our 1,000 Autumns' headquarters, and you aren't doing anything at all. Didn't you say you'd make all players max level? Why hasn't there been any action, huh? That's right. Instead, you made us your workers and toil for you. You even seized the bases that originally belonged to us 1,000 Autumns. You're really something, aren't you? You're just leading us up the garden path. Penumbra's Guildmaster is nothing more than a big scammer. That's right. That's right. I should deliver the new potions requested by Big Bro Ling Ce first. What? Big Bro Ling Ce isn't here. Store the new supplies in the warehouse. Make sure to guard it well. That team over there, continue carrying more supplies over when you're done. Remember to find more helpers for increased efficiency. Ah. Sorry, little Ryuko. I'm really busy right now. You lot over there, distribute these supplies to the mage teams maintaining the magic barrier. What did you ask earlier? I asked where I can find Big Bro Ling Ce. I think he said he was going to the library. Potion King Avenue is more relaxed. Trying to find information on the game or something. Library. Which library? It's better if I personally deliver these potions to Big Bro Ling Ce. It's that one. The one where you activated your derived quest. Since the majority of the central area has been conquered by players, he can go to that ancient library unobstructed. Last time, in order to clear the Mad King dungeon, I came here to find related information. Since there's the Mad King's information, there should also be information about his family. However, there's still no progress after a day. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Trying to find the information I want in so many books. That librarian NPC isn't here either. Even if he was here, he'd be an enemy according to the current situation. But in order to hasten the player camp's victory, information on the Mad King's family is an important part of the best solution I can think of right now. The real breakthrough point is that girl NPC. She's crucial in both the level up plan and the NPC attacking plan. An enemy. Little Ryuko. Why are you here? I came to deliver your potions, big bro Ling Ce. But I suddenly encountered this guy on the way. That's the librarian. Wait a moment. What do we do, big bro Ling Ce? Do we fight him? Do you want to be our enemy? I retreated here to avoid conflicts. It was your arrival that disturbed my peace. How can we be enemies? Big bro Ling Ce. Can we trust him, mother? His eyes are slightly different from the other NPCs. They're the same as that girl NPC from that time. Since we aren't enemies, can you help me find the information I wish to know as a librarian, like before? I am not myself. I should have been guarding the library and providing services to the players. I do not wish to obey, yet I am powerless to resist. But a familiar yet strange power seems to be pulling me in. Thus, I can only try to stay away from places of turmoil. A familiar yet strange power. This power. You also have it. Ah, have you forgotten? You, who are a candidate for the glorious one. Van Craft. Ah, you're back. Big bro Ling Su's here. He needs the antidote for the sleeping potion used on the girl NPC who was brought back before. Ling Ce. What's going on? Why do you want to wake her up? I've heard about what happened in the villa. From Tian Na. If you wake her up here, the curse on this girl NPC might very well harm us. I have a way to control her. Don't worry, Stillwater. Big bro Ling Ce. Here's the antidote. Mother's murderer. Calm down. Listen to my instructions. Advent of 1,000 autumns. Headquarters, when exactly are you starting the max level plan? You promised us. You were just making empty promises, weren't you? It's impossible to make everyone level 120. Liar. Con man. What do we do, Sis Tian Na? Those 1,000 autumns. Members seem to be taking this opportunity to create a discordant atmosphere. That temptress isn't showing up to protest or manage her guild members, even though she knows the situation. What a cunning woman. We can only wait until Ling Ce returns. We've already taken back the nearby bases according to your wishes. Yet you haven't taken a single action. Have your guildmaster, Ling Ce, give a statement. We don't want to be your donkeys. If he still doesn't show up, don't blame us, 1,000 autumns. Members, for overthrowing you. I'm here. Ah. The main members of Penumbra. You urgently need me for something. Master's back. Stillwater and the others too. And that NPC. Player Camp Penumbra. Channel. Ling Ce. Everyone, due to some uncertainties, the originally planned all-members max level plan was postponed and replaced with the advent of 1,000 autumns. Guild bases capture operation. Congratulations, we managed to take over all of 1,000 autumns. Bases with minimal losses. I would like to thank the Vanguard players who bravely lured the enemies. I would also like to thank the players who heroically stormed and captured the various bases. Furthermore, I would like to thank the mage units who consistently maintained the area protective barrier across the player regions. It's because of everyone's participation and cooperation that we could successfully lay down the foundation for the all-members max level plan. Next, we kindly request that all players that chose to participate in the max level plan To hand in your basic information. Warning lastly, be wary and on the lookout for any players covering their eyes or hiding their identity. Please report immediately if discovered. I hereby announce that the all members max level plan will begin after the final tally is completed. HM. This feels so good, you know. Is it really a good idea for us to be hiding away here? Everyone else has already started preparing to participate in the all members max level plan. Yeah. And what do we do if an NPC shows up? Relax, this place is a junction between 3 bases. Any NPC that appears will have been long discovered. As for that max level plan, just let those powerful players participate. We should just spend our time leisurely and not take up their resources. We're just some small-time players. We'll just die even if we go fight the NPCs after reaching the max level. The most important thing about playing games is having fun. Well, true. But if everyone has this mentality, who knows when we'll be able to return to the real world. We should do our best to help lighten Big Bro Ling Su's burden. Ling Ce managed to push for the entire player camp's advancement all by himself. Since we can't go out right now, we can only take things as they come. We won't be of much help even if we want to. I heard some inside information from Dyla. It's had a serious impact on the real world. Due to the game trapping a large number of players. After all 3 of us are in the game. I'm afraid that it'll also affect non-mainstream's medical environment in the real world. We can't even know what's happening outside. HM. There's a new message in the player camp channel. The preparations for the max level plan are finished. They want players willing to participate to head to the various bases and wait for instructions. It was just evening when they sent the previous message. And they're already done. Look. I thought it would take at least one night for the tallying to be done. There's signal magic from headquarters. Looks like it's true. Then, do we stay here or, Where's Xiaolon? Over here. What are you guys waiting for? Let's go. We'll follow Ling Ce, and win this game. Big Bro Ling Ce. This isn't the place you were talking about, right? The one we'll use for the max level plan. It is. This is a newbie dungeon. Newbie dungeon, a dungeon where even level 1 players can enter. This is the place, yes. Even if all the monsters inside are insanity. Level 120 right now. Grinding the lowest grade dungeon to reach the max level feels too weird. Hahaha, Master Ling Ce is so interesting. I'm looking forward to the next development. The most important key to this plan is still this team teleportation capsule. Brought the 2 of you here before the plan starts to test the game bug we'll be using later. A game bug. As the name suggests, the team teleportation capsule is a teleportation item that requires a team to activate, so we have to activate this bug as a team. It sounds complicated, but it feels like it'll be really cool. To let you 2 clearly understand the underlying principle, little Ryuko, form a team with Narlo. Each of you will hold a part of the team teleportation capsule. No problem, the portal's up. Alright, now the capsule link has been formed. Little Ryuko, you can release yours first. Next, go into the dungeon and activate the other half of the portal. Narlo. Got it. Master, I'm in. You can activate the team teleportation capsule. Now. System notification notice. Team teleportation capsule cannot be used in a dungeon. Big Bro Ling Ce. The portal disappeared. This is the biggest limitation of the team teleportation capsule. It can only be used on Heavenland, but dungeons aren't included. So we'll use a game bug to break through this limitation. You've become smarter, little Ryuko. But to activate this bug, the two of you need to help. First, when Narlo entered the dungeon and activated the team teleportation capsule, both of you are still in a team. Only in team mode will the dungeon recognize and accommodate multiple players, thereby triggering the dungeon's elastic difficulty even more. The EXP gained from killing monsters in the insanity difficulty will greatly increase too. But a dungeon can only accommodate a maximum of 40 players. This is far from enough to satisfy the level-up demand of our current player base. So, our goal is to activate a dungeon bug via the team teleportation capsule, causing the dungeon's player capacity limit settings to completely crash. First, little Ryuko, you and Narlo have to activate both halves of the capsules at the same time. Ready. Now, little Ryuko, use one hand to activate one half of the team teleportation capsule, and throw the other half at me using your other hand. The critical step. Here I go. Goin'. Narlo, I'm counting on you. Ball catching. At this speed. Simple. You have left the team. At the same time. System notification capsule portal successfully activated. Using such a method to create a portal in a dungeon. You have entered the dungeon multime riot. Those NPCs would never think of it. The bug with the team teleportation capsule occurs due to a system crash caused by confusing the game's recognition of the worlds outside the dungeon and inside the dungeon. Using the item. It's a simple operation that requires at least 3 players to execute. Start assist end the start. And end. Must be on the same team. Outside the dungeon. Team shared area inside the dungeon. As only team members can share items and occupy the same space. Otherwise, 2 players who aren't in a team will enter 2 different spaces when entering the same dungeon. Here's how it works. The start activates one half of the portal while outside the dungeon, which makes both halves of the capsule recognize the world outside the dungeon. At this point, the portal is partially activated. The start has to keep the portal open while the other capsule hasn't been activated. So the help of an assist is required. The start tosses the inactive half of the capsule to the assist, who then sends it into the dungeon. At this stage, the capsule still recognizes the outside world, allowing it to continue activating the portal. Once the end, who is inside the dungeon, receives the capsule, they must immediately leave the team. You have left the team. Once in the dungeon, the capsule will begin to recognize the world inside the dungeon, rather than the outside world. If the capsule's recognition changes, the portal will recognize the new environment. And the portal can't be activated in the dungeon. However, if the end does it correctly, this will create a recognition error, causing the capsule to still believe it's in the world outside the dungeon, allowing the portal to be activated within the dungeon. The key to this bug is the game's dungeon mechanism. When team members enter a dungeon, the game creates a mirror space for them. Once this team-shared mirror space is formed, if a player leaves the team while inside the dungeon, they are effectively leaving the mirror space. Confirm leaving the team. The team will affect your dungeon progress. You are already in a dungeon space, leaving cancel confirm. According to the game's rules, they will be transported back outside the dungeon. After 10 seconds, the capsule then recognizes the end. Who is about to exit the dungeon, thereby still believing it is outside the dungeon. To complete the bug, the end must activate the other half of the portal within those 10 seconds before they are sent outside the dungeon. This maintains the portal inside the dungeon, completing the bug. So complicated. Ling CE, how did you think of this? I don't understand at all. It's fine if you don't understand. Anyway, after completing this bug, the portal won't disappear. This way, there is no player limit in a team anymore. With the portal, we can have as many players inside the dungeon as we want. But even if we break the player limit, Having so many players share the EXP of one dungeon. The average EXP everyone can get won't be much, even under the insanity. Difficulty. Who knows how many times we have to grind the dungeon to reach the max level. Although I can't understand how you caused this bug, but even if we now have a method for allowing numerous players to gain EXP at the same time, Tian Na is right. After dividing, the EXP gained is too little. Ling Ce, don't forget that it took nearly a year to reach level 100, even for you. Don't worry, I already have a plan for all this. This is the reason I chose the most basic newbie dungeon, Multime Riot. Dungeon.Multime Riot. Insanity difficulty. Narlo, you're here. This leveling speed is awesome, big bro. Ling Ce. Ah. Little Ryuko, you. Did your level get higher? Narlo too. I remember that you were level 89 not long ago. You guys leveled up in just an hour. Look, it's all because of the leveling method big bro Ling Ce taught us. Ah. They're the main characters. They are the most basic newbie monster. Multimes. Don't look down on them. They're currently the fastest EXP grinding dungeon mob. They're also the last key to our all-member max level plan. As the most basic newbie dungeon in Heavenland, Multime Riot. I believe that a lot of you have challenged it before. It's also a must-grind dungeon in Heavenland for many newbies. This is because the challenge difficulty of Multimes is very low. Even newbie players can one-shot Multimes. Thus, many people tend to ignore its characteristics. You can see it from the Multime's monster panel. Multime. A semi-transparent jelly-like monster that can transform into a shape and undergo division and regeneration. Its special characteristics. Division and regeneration. Little Ryuko. Understood. Watch this. Even if it's a level 120 insanity. Multime, our strength is more than enough to fight them. But we don't need to kill it immediately. As long as its HP drops below 20. It will divide. Give it some time, and become 2, and it'll regenerate, becoming 2 Multimes. Ling Ce. Could it be? You want to use its characteristics to mass-produce Multimes. And then, as expected of Stillwater, you can guess my plan so quickly. The originally low-leveled Multimes are so fragile that it's hard for us to control its HP and activate its division characteristic. However, with the current situation, the Multimes have all become level 120, making it much easier. As long as we control their HP well and give them time to divide and regenerate, we can produce a great Multime army for players who enter the dungeon. To grind for EXP we'll also use the area EXP potion. I asked Van Craft to invent beforehand. The past few days of mass production really tired me out. So that's why you were in such a hurry for this potion, boss. Area EXP potion. Greatly increase the EXP gain of players in the area. The higher the number of players in the area, the greater the bonus. A dungeon can only have a maximum of 40 players. So it's more suitable to use the area EXP potion outside dungeons. Since there's no player limit, the EXP bonus can be increased with player numbers, but after using the bug to break the dungeon's player limit, plus the hostile environment outside with level 120 NPCs, and the player's determination to level up to win the game. All of these factors combined made this plan come true, the unprecedented rapid all-member max level plan in the game's history. The all-member max level plan has officially started tonight. Players who have registered, had your identities verified and placed in the first batch, please orderly head to the newbie village and enter the Multime Riot dungeon. Team leaders, please lead your teams and grind levels according to the given strategy. Other players who weren't placed in the first batch, please carry out defense work around the player area. We will arrange a level up and defense work rotation afterwards. Encrypted group channel. Group message. Everyone who's been added into this group channel, please pay attention. We will arrange for everyone to enter the originally level 30 dungeon Big Me Riot. In sequence. Big Me Riot. We will use the given strategy to provide an even greater leveling speed for you all. Most players should be arranged by now. Stillwater's already helped me arrange the rest according to the scheduled time. Only our shadow group's leveling arrangements are left. Hasn't Big Bro Ling CE already said that he's arranged a rocket-like level-up plan for us and sent some coordinates for us to gather at? He told us to come first. And he'll catch up soon. True. But why did he choose this villa? Central Kingdom. NPC occupied territory. Central Kingdom Guard NPC. An Autumn's base, 1000 Autumn's headquarters, Central Kingdom, player occupied territory. Great. Why did you ask for me? You even needed Master's help to escape. I heard that your spy mission failed very miserably. Siebert, didn't you say that the players definitely couldn't see through the eye mask equipment you invented? The human's leader isn't simple. It's like he knows everything about the game. Your failure this time has increased the players' vigilance against spies. It's now very difficult to conduct intelligence work from within the players. Plus, the fake intel you brought back cost us many bases. Don't use that blaming tone on me. I have no obligation to listen to your lectures. I called you here to remind you of one thing. I'll help clean up the mess you made this time. After all, you probably don't know about what's been happening outside while you were acting as a failed spy. 2 players have been going around killing our kin everywhere in Heavenland. One of them wears a bamboo hat. Reports from survivors show that this player has terrifying strength, not inferior to the human thief that led you around the nose. You don't get found and killed by him. Master still needs your ability, after all. You take care of yourself. Don't worry. With the current situation, a war across the Central Kingdom is bound to erupt soon. As the commander of the Central Kingdom region, I'm quite interested in meeting that human who Master values so highly. Although we have no way of gathering intelligence from the inside, scouting has shown that their guards have a clear change in personnel at night. They're probably continuing their max level plan. With some unknown method. Don't forget the reason why you, who were supposed to die in the player camp, are still alive. Hurry up and make that weapon. Big Bro Ling Su is here. Master. What's going on, Ling Su? Shouldn't we be grinding levels in a dungeon? This is where you'll be leveling up. She. NPC Sophia Alec D. She's the key to you successfully reaching the max level. Enoch. Please obey me. Found you. Ah. Brother Lighter. Your turn to be the seeker. Alright, it's getting late. Lighter, Sophia, let's go back to the palace. Ah. Yes, mother. Sophia, come on. Sister, catch up quickly. Ah. Don't. Sophia. He's your brother. Lock her in chains. No. Sophia was cursed in place of Lighter. Our Alec family's only heir, my biological son, Lighter Alec, was forcibly driven mad by her curse. Lock her up. For eternity. I understand everything now. Follow me. I will help you end all of this. Trust me. Sophia. What? We'll borrow the power of the curse on her. To help us reach the max level. Indeed, that's my plan. There's simply no NPC or monster that can help players quickly jump levels. Don't joke around, Ling Su. This is a key point in how the game ensures fairness among players. It was clearly announced when the game first came out. Of course, I know that, I spent a year to reach level 100 before. However, that's under the premise of a normal gaming environment. Currently, we're in this unusual gaming environment. Which is her ability to curse others to death and revive them. According to Tian Na, none of the players who entered the villa together that day were max level.